The future isn't coming, it's already here, and most people have no idea what's about to hit them. Within your lifetime, artificial intelligence will surpass human intelligence. Climate change will displace 1 billion people. Nuclear weapons will proliferate to unstable nations. Pandemics worse than COVID will emerge. And the decisions being made right now, in labs, boardrooms, and military command centers you'll never see, will determine whether humanity thrives, survives, or collapses. This isn't science fiction. These are predictions from scientists, military strategists, economists, and futurists analyzing current trends. Some of these facts will happen within 5 years, others within 50. All of them will reshape civilization. The future is terrifying, exciting, and inevitable, and you're living in the last moment before everything changes. Let's see what's coming. Number 1. Artificial General Intelligence, AGI. AI, that matches or exceeds human intelligence across all tasks, will likely arrive between 2027 and 2045, according to leading AI researchers. Over 50% of AI experts surveyed predict AGI before 2060. When it arrives, everything changes. The species that creates the first AGI will control the future. The race is already underway. Number 2. AI companies are spending $200 plus billion on computing power in 2024 alone, building data centers that consume entire power grids. The goal: reach AGI first. OpenAI, Google DeepMind, Anthropic and Chinese labs are in an arms race with no regulations and no brakes. Whoever wins gets godlike power, whoever loses becomes irrelevant. Number 3. AI will eliminate 300 million jobs by 2030, according to Goldman Sachs. Not just manufacturing, lawyers, accountants, radiologists, journalists, programmers, customer service, and white-collar workers. AI doesn't need sleep, benefits, or breaks. It's already better than humans at specific tasks and getting cheaper daily. Mass unemployment isn't a risk, it's a certainty. Number 4. Universal basic income isn't a political idea, it's an economic necessity. When AI displaces half the workforce, governments will have two choices: pay people to survive or face revolutions. Pilots are already underway in Kenya, Finland, and California. UBI isn't socialism, it's survival. Number 5. The AI alignment problem is unsolved. We don't know how to ensure superintelligent AI shares human values or won't pursue goals that harm us. Leading researchers, including Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, warn we're building something we can't control. If alignment fails, AI doesn't need to be evil, just indifferent. An AI optimizing for paperclip production could consume all matter on Earth, including us. Number 6. AI is already writing code better than most programmers. GitHub Copilot, ChatGPT, and other models write functional software in seconds. Soon, AI will write AI. When machines can improve themselves recursively, intelligence explosion becomes possible. AI doubling in, capability every week, then every day, then every hour. That's the singularity. We have no idea what happens next. Number 7. Deepfakes will destroy truth by 2030. AI-generated videos, audio, and images are already indistinguishable from reality. You won't be able to trust video evidence, recorded calls, or photos. Elections will be swayed by fake videos. Criminals will impersonate voices to steal money. Reality becomes negotiable when seeing is no longer believing. Number 8. AI-powered surveillance is creating totalitarian states. China's social credit system uses facial recognition, purchase history, and online behavior to assign citizens scores that determine access to jobs, travel, and loans. 19 other countries are implementing similar systems. Privacy is dying. Algorithmic control is rising. Number 9. Lethal autonomous weapons. Killer robots already exist. Drones that identify, track, and kill targets without human input were deployed in Libya in 2020. Over 30 countries are developing them. The UN tried to ban them. The ban failed. Autonomous weapons will make war faster, cheaper, and more brutal. Number 10. AI will design bioweapons. In 2022, researchers used AI to generate 40,000 potential chemical weapons in 6 hours, including compounds more lethal than VX nerve gas. The same technology that discovers new medicines can discover new ways to kill. Pandora's box isn't closed, it's wide open. Number 11. Quantum computing will break all current encryption by 2035. When quantum computers reach sufficient scale, they'll crack RSA encryption, the foundation of internet security, in minutes. Banks, governments and militaries are already stockpiling encrypted data to decrypt later. Privacy is temporary. Secrets have expiration dates. Number 12. China will launch a quantum encrypted satellite network by 2030, making their communications unhackable while potentially accessing everyone else's. Whoever controls quantum supremacy controls information warfare. The competition isn't just economic, it's existential. Number 13. Brain-computer interfaces will be mainstream by 2040. Neuralink and competitors are already testing implants that let paralyzed people control computers with thoughts. Next generation, memory enhancement, skill downloads, direct brain-to-brain communication. Humanity won't just use computers, we'll become them. Number 14. The first billionaire will be someone who mines asteroids. A single metallic asteroid contains more platinum, gold and rare earth elements than have been mined in human history, worth trillions. SpaceX, Blue Origin and Chinese space companies are racing to claim them. Space isn't the final frontier, it's the next gold rush. Number 15. Humans will land on Mars by 2035. NASA, SpaceX and China all have active programs. The first Mars colony will be established by 2045. But colonization won't be utopian, it'll be corporate, oligarchic and brutal. Mars will be a company town, owned by whoever gets there first. Number 16. Climate change will displace 1.2 billion people by 2050. Rising seas, droughts, crop failures and uninhabitable heat will force the largest migration in history. Bangladesh, Indonesia, Egypt and island nations will lose land. Europe, North America and Australia will face refugee crises that make 2015 look small. Borders won't hold. Number 17. Wet bulb temperatures, heat and humidity combinations that make human survival impossible outdoors will become common in South Asia, the Middle East and parts of Africa by 2050. Billions will live in regions where going outside during summer can kill in hours. Air conditioning becomes survival, not comfort. Number 18. The Amazon rainforest will hit an irreversible tipping point between 2035 and 2050, transforming from carbon sink to carbon source. Deforestation and warming will turn the rainforest into savanna, releasing decades of stored carbon and accelerating warming. The lungs of the Earth will start suffocating the planet. Number 19. The Arctic will be ice-free in summer by 2040. Polar bears, seals and indigenous cultures will collapse. But melting ice opens new shipping routes and oil fields. Russia and China are already positioning for Arctic dominance. Climate disaster is someone's economic opportunity. Number 20. Sea levels will rise 1 to 2 meters by 2100, but faster melting could push it to 3+ meters. Miami, New Orleans, Venice, Amsterdam, Bangkok and Shanghai will be partially or fully submerged. $1 trillion in coastal real estate will be underwater. Entire nations, Maldives, Tuvalu, Marshall Islands, will cease to exist. Number 21. Coral reefs will be functionally extinct by 2050. Ocean acidification and warming will kill 99% of corals. Reefs support 25% of marine life and provide food for 1 billion people. Their collapse will devastate fisheries and coastal ecosystems. We're watching an extinction event in real time. Number 22. Insect populations are collapsing, down 75% since 1,990 inches. Some regions. Insects pollinate crops, decompose waste, and form the base of food chains. Their extinction could trigger ecosystem collapse. We're in the middle of the sixth mass extinction, and most people don't know it's happening. Number 23. Global food production will decline as farmland becomes desert. Climate change is expanding deserts in Africa, the Middle East and Central Asia. Meanwhile, population grows. By 2050, feeding 10 billion people will require 50% more food on less arable land. Starvation won't be rare, it'll be common. Number 24. Water wars are inevitable. By 2040, 33 countries will face extreme water stress. India, Pakistan, Iran, Egypt and Syria are already in water crises. The Nile, Ganges, Colorado and Mekong rivers are over-allocated. When water runs out, nations go to war. Climate change is a threat multiplier. Number 25. The next pandemic will be worse than COVID-19. Zoonotic diseases are increasing as humans encroach on wildlife. Climate change expands mosquito ranges, spreading malaria, dengue and new diseases. Antibiotic resistance is creating superbugs. A pandemic with COVID's transmission and Ebola's lethality could kill hundreds of millions. Number 26. Lab-created pandemics are now possible. Gain-of-function research makes viruses more lethal to study vaccines. In 2022, scientists recreated horsepox, a smallpox relative, from mail-order DNA. Bioterrorism is no longer theoretical. A single lab accident or malicious actor could release something unstoppable. Number 27. mRNA vaccines proved we can develop treatments in months, not years. The same technology will create personalized cancer treatments, cure genetic diseases, and potentially extend human lifespan. But it also enables rapid bioweapon development. The tools that save lives can end them. Number 28. CRISPR gene editing will create designer babies by 2030. Parents will select embryos for intelligence, height, athleticism, and appearance. China already produced the first gene-edited babies in 2018. The scientist went to prison, but the technology is out there. Genetic inequality will create a biological class system. Number 29. Aging will become a treatable condition. Longevity research is extending mouse lifespans by 40%. Billionaires are funding labs working on cellular rejuvenation, senolytics, and NAD+ boosters. If successful, wealthy humans could live to 120 plus while the poor die at 70. Immortality won't be universal, it'll be purchased. Number 30. Human genetic engineering will split the species. Enhanced humans with edited genes for disease resistance, intelligence and longevity will be biologically superior to naturals. Within generations, the gap could be insurmountable. Science fiction warned us. We're doing it anyway. Number 31. China will overtake the US as the world's largest economy by 2030, then collapse by 2050. China's aging population, debt bubble, and authoritarian governance are unsustainable. The one-child policy created a demographic time bomb. By 2050, China will have more retirees than workers. Economic dominance is temporary. Collapse follows. Number 32. The US dollar will lose reserve currency status by 2040. China, Russia and BRICS nations are creating alternative payment systems to avoid dollar dependence. When the petrodollar ends, US economic power craters. American living standards will decline sharply. Hegemony is ending. Number 33. India will become the world's third superpower by 2050. With 1.6 billion people, a growing economy, and nuclear weapons, India will rival China and the US. The Indo-Pacific will become the center of global power. The 21st century belongs to Asia, not the West. Number 34. Africa's population will double to 2.5 billion by 2050, 40% of global youth. If Africa industrializes, it becomes an economic powerhouse. If it doesn't, mass migration to Europe becomes unstoppable. Africa's future determines Europe's survival. Number 35. Europe is dying. Birth rates, across the EU are below replacement, 1.5 children per woman. Without immigration, European populations will collapse. Italy, Spain and Germany are aging out. By 2100, Europe could be culturally transformed or economically irrelevant. Demographics are destiny. Number 36. Russia will fragment by 2050. Economic decline, demographic collapse, and separatist movements in Siberia, Chechnya, and the Far East will tear Russia apart. The world's largest country by land will become multiple smaller states. Nuclear weapons will be scattered across unstable regions. That's dangerous. Number 37. The next world war won't be fought over ideology, it'll be fought over resources. Water, rare earth minerals, arable land and energy will trigger conflicts. Wars won't be World War II style. They'll be hybrid. Cyber attacks, proxy wars, drone strikes and economic warfare. The battlefield is everywhere. Number 38. Nuclear weapons will proliferate. 9 countries have nukes now. By 2050, 15 to 20 will. Iran, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Egypt, South Korea and Japan could all acquire weapons. More nukes mean higher chances of use. Nuclear war isn't impossible, it's increasingly likely. Number 39. Tactical nuclear weapons will be used in a regional conflict by 2040. Small nukes, 1 to 10 kilotons, deployed on battlefields in Kashmir, Korea or Eastern Europe will break the nuclear taboo. Once one is used, escalation becomes probable. The 80-year streak without nuclear war won't last forever. Number 40. Space will be militarized. The US, China and Russia already have anti-satellite weapons. Space Force isn't a joke, it's preparation. Wars will start with satellites being destroyed, crippling GPS, communications and intelligence. The next Pearl Harbor happens in orbit. Number 41. Hypersonic missiles make defense impossible. Traveling at Mach 5+, they're too fast to intercept. China and Russia already deployed them. The US is behind. Nuclear deterrence relied on early warning. Hypersonics eliminate warning time. Launch on warning becomes launch on paranoia. Number 42. Drone swarms will replace traditional militaries. Thousands of autonomous drones coordinating attacks overwhelm defenses. They're cheap, expendable, and don't require trained pilots. A $200 consumer drone modified with explosives killed a general. Future wars will be fought by machines. Number 43. Cyber warfare is already World War III, we just don't call it that. Russia hacks US elections. China steals intellectual property. North Korea launders money through ransomware. Israel sabotages Iranian nuclear facilities. Nations attack each other daily without declaring war. Cyber warfare is constant, invisible and devastating. Number 44. A major cyber attack will cripple the US power grid by 2035. Ransomware groups already targeted pipelines and hospitals. The grid is vulnerable. A coordinated attack could black out the eastern seaboard for weeks. No power means no water, food or fuel. Millions would die within a month. Number 45. Social media algorithms are radicalizing populations globally. Echo chambers, misinformation and rage-bait content are destroying shared reality. Democracies are fracturing. Elections are hacked. Trust in institutions collapses. We built technology that weaponizes tribalism. Society is tearing apart in real time. Number 46. Deepfake political ads will swing the 2028 US election. AI-generated videos of candidates saying things they never said will go viral. Voters won't know what's real. Elections will be decided by whoever controls the best AI propaganda. Democracy requires truth. AI eliminates it. Number 47. The US will experience political violence on a scale not seen since the Civil War. Polarization, misinformation and declining living standards are creating conditions for domestic terrorism and insurgency. By 2030, political assassinations and armed conflict between factions will be normalized. Number 48. Texas or California will attempt secession by 2040. As federal power weakens and regional identities strengthen, states will question whether union is worth it. The breakup of the United States isn't impossible, it's increasingly plausible. Nations don't last forever. Number 49. Automation will create a permanent underclass. When AI replaces workers, unemployment won't be temporary, it'll be structural. Millions will be economically obsolete. Without retraining or UBI, poverty becomes permanent. Inequality will reach feudal levels. Number 50. Billionaires will become trillionaires by 2040. The wealth gap is accelerating. The richest 1% own more than the bottom 50%. AI and automation will concentrate wealth further. Democracy can't survive when a few hundred people control more resources than billions. Number 51. Cryptocurrency will either replace fiat currency or collapse entirely by 2035. If governments lose control of money, power shifts. If crypto crashes, billions in wealth vanish. Either outcome destabilizes the global economy. Volatility isn't a bug, it's the design. Number 52. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, will replace cash by 2030. Governments will track every transaction, privacy dies, dissidents can be financially unpersoned instantly. China already tested digital yuan with expiration dates and geographic restrictions. Money becomes control. Number 53. Global debt will exceed $400 trillion by 2030, 5 times global GDP. Governments borrowed trillions during COVID and never stopped. The debt can't be repaid. Options: default, hyperinflation or perpetual austerity. All are catastrophic. The bill comes due eventually. Number 54. The next financial crisis will be worse than 2008. Over-leveraged banks, housing bubbles, corporate debt and derivatives create systemic risk. When it collapses, and it will, bailouts won't work. The system breaks, savings evaporate, pensions vanish, retirement becomes a fantasy for millions. Number 55. Commercial real estate is collapsing as remote. Work empties office buildings. $1 trillion in commercial mortgages will default. Banks holding those loans will fail. Cities dependent on office workers will lose tax revenue. Urban cores will become ghost towns. The pandemic changed work permanently. Number 56. Retail will be 90% online by 2035. Malls are dying, stores are closing. Amazon and competitors dominate. Millions of retail jobs disappear. Suburban sprawl built around shopping becomes economically dead. The physical world is being replaced by the digital one. Number 57. Virtual reality will become indistinguishable from reality by 2040. VR headsets will offer experiences more compelling than the real world. Addiction to virtual spaces will exceed drug addiction. Why live in a cramped apartment when you can own a virtual mansion? Reality becomes optional. Number 58. The metaverse will create new economies worth trillions. Virtual real estate, digital goods and avatar customization already generate billions. People will work, socialize, and live primarily in virtual worlds. Physical presence becomes quaint. The digital realm becomes primary reality. Number 59. AI companions will replace human relationships for millions. Chatbots already provide emotional support. Future AI will be indistinguishable from humans, always available, always agreeable, never judgmental. Loneliness is epidemic. AI fills the void. Human connection becomes obsolete for many. Number 60. Birth rates will continue collapsing globally. South Korea, Japan, Italy and Spain have fertility rates below 1.3, half replacement level. Populations are shrinking. Without immigration or radical changes, these nations will cease to exist within centuries. Humanity is choosing extinction. Number 61. The global population will peak at 10.4 billion around 2080, then decline. By 2100, population could drop to 8 billion. Fewer workers, more retirees, collapsing economies. Empty cities. Abandoned infrastructure. The population bomb became a population collapse. Number 62. Japan's population will drop from 125 million to 75 million by 2100. A third of Japan will vanish. Schools are closing. Villages are abandoned. Adult diaper sales exceed baby diapers. Japan is the canary in the coal mine, showing the world what demographic collapse looks like. Number 63. Sex bots and artificial wombs will decouple reproduction from relationships. When sex and babies don't require partners, marriage rates will plummet further. Society is already atomized. Technology will complete the isolation. Humans will reproduce without human connection. Number 64. Genetic screening will eliminate Down syndrome, cystic fibrosis, and Huntington's disease by 2035. Embryos with genetic defects will be discarded. It's eugenics with better branding. Disability rights advocates warn we're eliminating people, not diseases. The line between cure and genocide is thinner than we admit. Number 65. Human cloning will be achieved by 2040. The technology exists, only laws prevent it. Some nation, North Korea, China, a rogue billionaire, will do it. Once the first clone exists, the taboo shatters. Identity, individuality, and reproduction will be redefined. Number 66. The first human-animal hybrids are already being created in labs. Researchers grow human organs in pigs and sheep. The next step, functional chimeras with human neurons in animal brains. The goal is organ harvesting. The ethical line is already crossed. Number 67. Synthetic biology will create organisms that don't exist in nature. Bacteria engineered to produce fuel, spiders producing super-strength silk, plants that glow in the dark. We're playing God with ecosystems. If engineered organisms escape labs and outcompete natural species, we can't undo it. Number 68. De-extinction will bring back woolly mammoths by 2030. Scientists are editing elephant DNA to recreate mammoths. Next, passenger pigeons, dodos, maybe dinosaurs. Jurassic Park isn't fiction, it's R&D. We'll resurrect extinct species because we can, not because we should. Number 69. Nanotechnology will revolutionize medicine or create grey goo. Self-replicating nanobots could repair cells, cure cancer, extend life, or, if poorly designed, consume all organic matter, converting it to copies of themselves. The grey goo scenario is hypothetical. But so was nuclear war, until we built the bomb. Number 70. 3D printing will enable home manufacturing by 2035. Print tools, furniture, guns, even food. Supply chains shrink. Manufacturing jobs vanish. Gun control becomes impossible. Anyone can print weapons. Intellectual property collapses. The economic system breaks. Number 71. Fusion power will be commercially viable by 2040. Unlimited clean energy will end fossil fuel dependence. But the transition will destroy oil-dependent economies. Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, Russia. Petrostates will collapse. Wars will be fought over stranded assets. Clean energy isn't peaceful, it's destabilizing. Number 72. Renewable energy will supply 80% of electricity by 2050. Solar, wind and batteries are already cheaper than fossil fuels. The question isn't if we transition, but how fast. Every year of delay adds trillions in climate damage. We know the solution, we're just slow. Number 73. Carbon capture will be deployed at scale by 2045, but it won't save us. Sucking CO2 from the atmosphere is expensive and energy-intensive. It'll offset some emissions, but can't reverse 200 years of damage. We can't technology our way out of a problem technology created. Number 74. Geoengineering, deliberately altering climate, will be attempted by 2040. Spraying aerosols into the stratosphere to reflect sunlight could cool Earth. But it has unknown side effects: droughts, ecosystem disruption, geopolitical conflict. One nation acting unilaterally could alter global weather. There's no governance, no oversight. Someone will try it anyway. Number 75. Permafrost is melting, releasing methane, a greenhouse gas 25x more potent than CO2. Feedback loops accelerate warming beyond control. We've already triggered changes that take centuries to reverse. We're not preventing climate change, we're managing decline. Number 76. Mosquito-borne diseases will spread to North America and Europe as temperatures rise. Malaria, dengue, Zika, and chikungunya will become common in regions that were previously too cold. Tropical diseases are coming north. Climate refugees will bring them. Number 77. Antibiotic resistance will kill 10 million people annually by 2050. Bacteria evolve faster than we develop new drugs. Common infections will become deadly. Surgery, chemotherapy, and organ transplants, all dependent on antibiotics, will become too risky. We're entering a post-antibiotic era. Number 78. Mental health crises will worsen as social media, isolation, and economic stress compound. Depression and anxiety are already epidemic among Gen Z. Suicide rates are rising. AI companions and virtual reality will provide escape, not solutions. Society is breaking people faster than therapy can fix them. Number 79. Universal healthcare will become necessary even in the US by 2040. As medical costs spiral and AI eliminates jobs, private insurance becomes unaffordable. The choice: let millions die or adopt single payer. Economics will force what politics couldn't. Number 80. Education will be fully personalized by AI tutors by 2035. Every student gets a custom curriculum adapting to their pace and style. Standardized testing becomes obsolete. Teachers become facilitators, not lecturers. Education improves, but teachers lose jobs. Number 81. College degrees will be worthless by 2040. When AI does knowledge work, credentials mean nothing. Skills, not diplomas, determine employment. Universities will collapse or transform into credentialing services. The student debt crisis becomes a stranded asset crisis. Number 82. Religion will decline further in developed nations but grow in Africa and Asia. Secularization follows prosperity. As Africa develops, religious influence fades. But in declining Western economies, fundamentalism may resurge as people seek meaning. Religion ebbs and flows with material conditions. Number 83. Transhumanism, merging humans with machines, will create philosophical and legal crises. Are brain-augmented people still human? Do they have the same rights? Can enhanced humans compete fairly in sports, jobs, or war? We'll face questions we're unprepared to answer. Number 84. Consciousness uploading, transferring minds to computers, will be attempted by 2060. If successful, death becomes optional for those who can afford it. Digital immortality for the rich, oblivion for the poor. If it fails, we'll still try, because the alternative is dying. Number 85. First contact with alien life will likely be microbial, not intelligent. Mars, Europa, or Enceladus may harbour simple life. Finding it would revolutionize biology and philosophy. But it'll be anticlimactic. No little. Green men, just bacteria. The universe is vast. Intelligence is rare. Number 86. The Fermi paradox suggests advanced civilizations either don't exist, destroy themselves, or deliberately hide. If we don't find aliens, it implies technological civilizations are short-lived. We may be approaching our own great filter, the point where species fail. Climate change, AI, or nuclear war could be ours. Number 87. Asteroid mining will begin by 2040, making early investors unimaginably wealthy. Rare earth elements essential for electronics are plentiful in space. Nations and corporations will claim asteroids. Space law is undeveloped. Conflicts in orbit will spill to Earth. Number 88. A moon base will be established by 2035, likely Chinese. Helium-3, useful for fusion reactors, is abundant on the moon. Whoever controls the moon controls future energy. The space race never ended. It just paused. Number 89. Billionaires will establish private nations, floating cities, Arctic colonies, or orbital habitats outside government control by 2050. Libertarian paradises for the ultra-rich where laws don't apply. Wealth buys sovereignty. Nations become optional for those who can afford it. Number 90. Climate migration will create 1.2 billion refugees by 2050, 10 times the current number. Borders will militarize, walls will be built, boats will be turned away. Refugee camps will become permanent cities. Humanitarian crisis will be normalized. Compassion fatigue will set in. Number 91. Authoritarianism will spread as democracies fail to address crises. When climate, economics and migration spiral, voters demand strong leaders. Democratic norms erode. Checks and balances vanish. By 2040, half the world could live under authoritarian regimes. Freedom is fragile. Fear destroys it. Number 92. Social credit systems will expand beyond China. Algorithmic governance scores citizens on behavior, purchases and associations. Low scores restrict travel, employment and services. Privacy dies. Conformity is enforced. Dystopia isn't coming, it's being installed. Number 93. The Internet will fragment into regional networks by 2040. China's Great Firewall, Russia's RUNET, and potential US, EU restrictions will splinter the global web. Censorship, surveillance and control will vary by region. The open Internet was temporary. Number 94. Misinformation will be weaponized on unprecedented scales. AI-generated propaganda, bot armies and algorithmic manipulation will make truth irrelevant. Elections, wars and movements will be swayed by whoever controls the narrative. Reality becomes whatever the algorithm says it is. Number 95. A second American Civil War is possible by 2040. Political polarization, economic decline, regional tensions, and contested elections create conditions for state-level secession or violent conflict. The US has fractured before. It can fracture again. Number 96. World War III, if it happens, will be short and apocalyptic. Nuclear powers can't fight prolonged conventional wars without escalation. A US, China or NATO-Russia conflict would go nuclear within weeks. Billions would die in days. There are no winners in nuclear war, only survivors and corpses. Number 97. Climate change is irreversible, but adaptation is possible. We won't stop warming. We've already locked in decades of damage. The question is, can we adapt fast enough? Seawalls, drought-resistant crops, mass migration and geoengineering will determine survival. Some regions will thrive, others will collapse. Number 98. Humanity will not go extinct, but civilization as we know it might. Humans are adaptable. We survived ice ages with stone tools. Climate change won't kill us all, but it could end modern society. Billions may die, nation-states may fall. Survivors will rebuild, but it won't look like now. Number 99. The next 100 years will determine the next 10,000. If we solve AI alignment, achieve fusion power, and address climate change, humanity could thrive for millennia. If we fail, we face collapse, extinction, or permanent dystopia. This century is the hinge of history. Everything depends on choices we make now. Number 100. Despite everything, there's reason for hope. Renewable energy is cheaper than ever. mRNA vaccines prove science can move fast. Global poverty has halved since 1990. Literacy is at all-time highs. Infant mortality is at all-time lows. Progress is real. It's just uneven and fragile. The future isn't predetermined. We're writing it. Number 101. You're living in the most important century in human history. AI, climate change, genetic engineering, space colonization, and geopolitical collapse are all converging. The decisions made in the next 20 years, by governments, corporations, scientists, and you, will echo for millennia. The future isn't something that happens to you, it's something you create. The question isn't what will happen, it's what will you do about it. The future is here. Choose wisely,